Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It's kind of gloomy and rainy outside today, but still will be a great day. We're still on our coronavirus quarantine, so everybody stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay safe. Now, our lesson for today is, since we're coming up to May this week, Composer of the Month. Our composer of the month this month, is a man by the name of Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein was born in 1918 and died in 1990. When he was a little kid, his dad, he grew up in a place called Massachusetts, and while in Massachusetts, his dad was a carpenter. And while his dad was a carpenter, he would play around and he was just a normal little kid until one day his parents acquired his cousin's old piano. When they got his cousin's old piano, he began playing on the piano and really concentrating on working on the piano and got really serious with playing piano. He got so serious on piano that him and his sister, unlike most kids when they are young and they want to go out and play, they might go out and play sports or they might play different games. Leonard Bernstein didn't do that. Him and his sister would sit in the house, and for their entertainment, they would perform entire operas where he would perform piano and his sister would sing. That was their entertainment as children. When he graduated high school, he ended up going to a place called Harvard University. Ever heard of that place? He went to Harvard University where he studied music. He did really good there, and upon graduating from Harvard University, he ended up going to a place called the Curtis Conservatory of Music in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. While there, he studied under a man who was so strict, and history books tell us that Leonard Bernstein earned the only A that teacher ever gave out while he was at Curtis in Philadelphia. He stayed there and he got his bachelor degree and he eventually moved to New York. When he moved to New York, he got a job performing with the New York Philharmonic. And there he played piano and he eventually got a position where he became their composer. He began writing music and he also became the conductor. You remember the difference between a conductor and a composer? He wrote music, but he also led the entire orchestra as a conductor. And he did that for many, 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 many years. Leonard Bernstein, after performing with the New York Philharmonic, he eventually went around the world performing all around the world. More notably, he performed in a place called Tel Aviv in Israel. Leonard Bernstein, who grew up as a Jewish child, he developed a very good relationship with the country of Israel when he performed there, and till the day he died, he had very good relations with Tel Aviv and the country of Israel. He performed all over the world, conducting, performing his own music, but eventually he became known mostly as a conductor. Even though he composed several pieces for movies, he composed music for band music, he composed ballet music and orchestras. He did all of those things, but eventually most of his fame came from conducting, also from teaching. He conducted some of the most popular orchestras around the world. Eventually, he took a job at a place called Oberlin University, which is in Oberlin, Ohio. And while he was at Oberlin, Ohio, he ended up making one of his most famous, most popular students, a man named Dr. Fred Angerstein. Dr. Fred Angerstein, who learned from Leonard Bernstein, eventually moved to Houston, where he attended University of Houston, where he became a doctor, and he performed and he taught all over Houston. And guess who is one of Dr. Fred Angerstein's one of his most notable students? Me. I learned from Dr. Fred Angerstein, who learned from Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein continued to perform. He continued to compose and conduct all the way up until 1990 when unfortunately he died of a heart attack. If you want to know more about Leonard Bernstein, go online, Google him, check on Wikipedia, learn as much as you can because the next assignment that I put on Google Classroom will be geared toward Leonard Bernstein. I hope everybody's staying safe and everybody's having a good day and everything's going well from everybody. So I will see you next time. Bye bye.